The shock of freezing water jolted me awake. It struck my face like a punch, drenching my shirt and soaking straight through to the skin. My head slumped forward, blood thick and metallic in my mouth. My wrists burned from the tight ropes cutting into them, and I couldn't feel my legs. Across from me he crouched low, reeking of whiskey and ego. "Right about now," he sneered, "my men are upstairs, taking their time with your daughters. And you worthless excuse for a man, get to sit here and watch. Listen to them scream for you, cry for help you can't give. All because you didn't take my offer when you had the chance. Their pain. That's on you now." He grinned. That was his final mistake. Because not a single one of them would walk out of this house breathing. I loved her once. God, I really did. Elaine, those nervous hands, those soft, searching eyes, the laugh that made the world tilt in joy. Together, we built everything. Our home, our business, our family. 2 decades of what I thought was loyalty. I see it clearly now, the warning signs I ignored. The long silences. Her grip on that phone like it was life support. Picking fights so she could storm out. But I believed love would hold us. That was my greatest stupidity. Truth came in fragments. A missed call, 2 a.m., a name I knew, Dante Ruiz. No one in this city didn't know him. Mid-level criminal trying to scrub the blood off his hands with fake legitimacy. I'd shaken that hand once. Should have crushed it. Elaine claimed he was just a client. That's all. But that lie collapsed when I found the burner phone taped under the sink. And the video. God, the video. Her naked, in our bed, murmuring his name like a prayer while he laughed behind the camera. I must have watched it a dozen times, until fury froze into calm. I didn't confront her. I smiled. Made dinner. Kissed her cheek. Asked about her day like nothing was broken. But behind that calm, I followed every trail she left. Texts, meetings, movements. I dissected his entire network like a predator learning the habits of prey. Then he came to me with a proposal, polished language, veiled threats. He wanted a stake in my company, a clean pipeline for his dirty cash. Thought I'd fold because he had Elaine under his thumb. That was his second mistake. I invited him tonight pretending to surrender. Told him I was ready to sign. No lawyers. Just a handshake to finalize the deal. I let him feel safe. He arrived armed, 4 goons, smug and loud. They burst in like hyenas. Cracked my skull with a pistol. Tied me to this chair. Dragged me to the basement while they laughed their way upstairs. He thought I was broken. But while they were upstairs, playing at monsters, they missed the details. The faint vibration in the walls. The flickering red light behind the camera lens. They didn't realize, my daughters weren't victims. They were prepared. That was their final mistake. A loud crack rang out from above. Then another. The screams that followed didn't come from Eva or Harper. I looked up. Dante frowned, bewildered. "What the hell?" he mumbled, turning toward the stairs. Too late. The lights cut. Blackout. My security system kicked in. The house sealed itself room by room. Panic turned into wet, choking cries. I heard bodies thudding against walls, against the floor. Eva and Harper moved like ghosts. I trained them myself, years of drills, weapon handling, escape strategies. I raised them not just to survive, but to eliminate threats. A glow appeared in the doorway behind Dante. He turned, slow and shaking. Eva stood there, soaked in blood, but none of it hers. "You shouldn't have come after our family," she said. Dante fumbled for his gun. Harper shot him through the knee. His howl was something inhuman. They dragged him to the chair opposite mine. He wailed, tried to plead as Eva zip-tied his wrists. "No, please, I didn't mean." "You did," I replied, voice cold and steady. "And now you'll pay." I leaned forward, spitting blood. "You walked into my home. Threatened my children. Used my wife to push your poison into my life. You thought I was weak because I stayed silent. But silence isn't surrender. It's strategy." "I can fix this," he cried. "We can make a deal. I don't negotiate with corpses." Eva passed me the remote. The floor under Dante's chair was solid steel. The room, soundproof, rigged for drainage, had been built 2 years ago. I flipped the switch. His screams didn't last long. Afterward, we cleaned, exactly as we'd practiced. Quiet, efficient, calm. Elaine never came back. She knew what this night meant. I'd sent her a one-way ticket to Venezuela. Let her run. She was never the point. My daughters were. I stood in the doorway, watching the final trace swirl down the drain. My wrists burned. My hands were raw. But I felt nothing. Just peace. We buried the bodies where the concrete was weakest, under the new wine cellar. Poured the cement. No trace left behind. They say revenge rots the soul. But I didn't lose mine. I took it back. Elaine betrayed love. Dante shattered trust. But me. I kept my word. No one touches my blood and lives to regret it.